Joining us on Morning Blend today is Tara Peterson, Crenshaw Peterson. Tara, I hear a lot of estate cases are ending up in court. Which ones are those?
Yeah, so we have definitely in the last couple years seen an increase in our litigation files. More and more families are not getting along and ending up in court, and it's really double faceted. The first area that we're seeing is that younger and younger people are starting to encounter more and more issues. So we're seeing cancer younger, we're seeing Parkinson's younger, we're seeing Alzheimer's younger, and they're not prepared. They don't have documents in place, and so there's no choice but to sort of end up in court. And the kids don't always agree or have the prior knowledge, because it is happening younger, on what needs to be done.
Wow.
And so we do end up in court trying to decide who's going to be in charge of that person while they're living. We call that the sort of living side of the probate system. And the other side is after death. And that side of litigation has increased trifold, I think, in the last couple of years. And I think it's because a lot of people want their family to be in charge, or a member of their family to be in charge, but their family members, their children, don't always get along prior to death. And that really is a sign that we're going to end up in court, even if it's just from a supervisory capacity of, you know, what is my sibling doing, because I don't trust them. And if you're going into an estate administration with that distrust, it's almost a guarantee we're going to end up fighting afterwards.
So how do you avoid litigation in the future?
Yeah, so twofold. Plan,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
People need to start thinking about it at younger ages, because we just don't know if cancer's hitting more often. COVID put a lot of people younger in lockdown areas, and while a lot of them have recovered, we still had moments where we needed people to be able to act for them. And so it led to a lot of litigation. So making sure you have those power of attorneys in place, making sure you've done your estate planning and sort of prepared for those what ifs is so important. After death, we want to make sure not only is your estate plan up to date, because a lot of those litigation files are things that just haven't been looked at for 10, 20 years.
Right.
And we need to make sure that they are up to date. And on the other side is making sure we're picking people that aren't going to cause some family rifts. And sometimes that means going outside the family, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be one of the kids. It may be better to have somebody outside so that the kids aren't at each other's throats.
Real quickly, how often should we revisit the estate plan?
Every 3 to 5 years, you want to take a look at it. Make sure you still like your kids. make sure your kids still like each other.
Yeah.
Make sure everything is going to flow easily and is up to date.
All right, find out more online. Thanks, Tara.